Hi, you guys. It's the daytime. Can you believe it? I'm not videotaping at night. I'm going to see how it goes, though, because usually the reason I do my videos at night is because Charlie, my little boy here, acts up. So we'll see how long we can go without him doing something or acting up, okay? I'm going to try to get through this. See, he's already acting up. And if he has to get up there, if you can see that. And he'll climb right up there. He's crazy. But anyways, you guys, how are you doing? Welcome to my new subscribers. My name's Patty. Thank you for being here. I like to talk about Summer Wells and other crime cases. You guys, I need to just show you a couple things and talk for a little bit. Just something that just kind of clicked. A couple things clicked with me and got me thinking. So I'd like to play a couple clips for you. This one is the emergency scanner, the 911, when it came through. And I just want to play it again, listen to that for a minute.
Tonight, the radio scanner traffic from emergency dispatchers the night Summer Wells disappeared. Take a listen.
Scanner off of 110, 110 Hill Road off of Beach Creek. Should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
Again, audio from police scanner traffic that evening. Dispatchers referenced Summer Wells as a 4-year-old. We now heard that correction the following day that, in fact, she is 5 years old.
I was just listening to that, and, Candice has lied. She lied from day one because she said that when whoever made the call and said that Summer was gone for about 10 minutes, that is a lie. And they knew that because from 3:30 to 6:30, and we know that Summer went missing around 3:30. So I can almost pinpoint the time because we've seen this. I just discussed this. She was seen on Light Hollow Road at 3:45 doing something. Candice was, because the neighbors seen her. So the last video of her going down the road, which said it would take 10 minutes from where she was at when that video was posted, and the time was 3:09. So you got to figure that, 3:20, she's going to be home. Well, how can she be seen on Light Hollow Road at 3:30? Was she looking for Summer Wells? And I brought this up before. But she lied right here tonight. Whoever called in lied. Now, supposedly both parents, because it said parents, not one parent. It said parents have called in and said that the mother went for a walk. And when she came back, Summer was missing. And that she was gone for 10 minutes. That is a lie, Candice, because there's no way, if you're calling at 6:30 p.m., we know that Summer went missing way before that. And Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, he wanted to know why you waited so long to call 911 and what'd you do in those 3-4 hours before you called 911. So she lied. They lied, said Summer was only gone 10 minutes. And then they also lied. I don't care. I don't think the 911 dispatcher screwed it up that Mom went for a walk. Candice, where did you go? What are you hiding? Are you hiding that you neglected your daughter and left her home and something happened to her? Or are you, did you take her somewhere, Light Hollow Road? What were you doing? What were you doing? I find that you just to be a big liar, Candice, a very big liar. And so from day one, you guys, from the minute that they called 911, they lied. I don't care. There's no way that her or Don can have an explanation of this. There's no way. Because, they lied and told 911 10 minutes. She's been gone 10 minutes. And that was at 6:30 something. And we know that Summer went missing way before that. There's no time for the boys to go searching for her and Jody Sue to go searching for her and all this stuff before they called 911. So we know that Summer definitely went missing before then. But what really bothers me is that why would you want to lie? Why would you want to lie, Candice? It makes no sense to me that you guys would want to, try to, why would you wait? Why would you wait to call? And then, anyways, well, I digress with that. I wanted to show you something that this lady, her name is Christina Randall, and she put a video out, and it's called Mother Dearest. And the video's really good.
Before we get into today's video, I want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes.
Hold on. We knew there was going to be a commercial, you guys.
Provides online
there's something, you guys, please stay to the end because there's something very important I want you to hear, okay? So, about somebody else that I feel could be a suspect in the Summer Wells case.
Before we get into today's video, I do want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only.
I'm gonna I gotta get up here, get to the part I want to show you. Sorry. Anyways, Christina Randall has her own channel, and she did this video about 2 years ago, and so all credit goes to her under fair use and copyright laws. I'm just going to use a portion of this because I want to use it to make a point and to discuss this because I think this is important. Anyways, I'm going to play this and just listen to this for a minute. And she is talking about who Candice is. Okay? Hold on.
With the hole in her heart, but we won't go there because
she was born with a hole in her heart.
Candice then grew up in Wisconsin, where her mom is from, and at 19 years old, she joined a carnival. While she was working in this carnival, like a carny, she traveled to different states. Now, you guys know if you've had a fair, a local fair, you see the people that work for the fair or the carnivals, and they just travel and they go do things together. Now, I don't know specifically what Candice's path was like this, but I do have friends and know people that have lived that lifestyle. And when the carnival is shut down, it's on and popping from there. Most of the time, a lot of the people that are in there, they party. As soon as it's over, they party every night. They have like boyfriends and girlfriends. They have their little dramas, a little carny drama where this one's messing with this one and this one's messing with that one. And it's that whole lifestyle. Well, eventually, Candice met a much older man, and his name was Andrew. Now, she would go on to have 2 children with Andrew. Candice would have a son by Andrew, and she would name him Andrew. and she would have a daughter, and she would name her daughter Candus. Now, we don't know a whole lot about Candace's relationship with this guy, Andrew, who she had 2 kids with, but Candace would later speak out and say that this guy was very controlling and actually made her do certain substances, and that he told her if...
You guys, nobody makes you do substances. I'm sorry. Her boyfriend at the time did not force her to do meth. Candice always has an excuse for everything. That's her excuse. That's what she says, that he forced her to do it. And, okay, that she would lose her kids if she didn't. So that's a bunch of bull crap. And we know that Candice...
She did not do these substances. He was going to take her 2 kids from her. So in order to keep her kids, she did the substances. I have opinions about that, but we're not going to talk about them just yet, so let's just keep going. Now, Candace's 2 children would eventually be taken from her, and it is said when they were really young, like her son was only 2 years old and her daughter was 6 months old. So, I mean, these were just babies when they were both removed from her care. And it is said because there was a lot of abuse that was going on. Allegedly, her 2-year-old son was beaten so bad with a baseball bat that he ended up having lifelong disabilities because of it and is having to be taken care of. Okay, so this is a comment that was left by allegedly Candace's oldest daughter, Candus, and I did remove her name that was on Facebook because just for privacy reasons, but she was responding to other people who was talking about why her and her brother got taken from Candace, and she said, I was adopted at 6 months, put back into foster care around the age of 12 along with my brother, same age as bio father. I was told my bio mom was a meth head and abused us as babies. She has a record. Not sure if she has one where she is now, Tennessee, but she has one or a few in Wisconsin for sure. I've never met any other bio siblings besides my bio. I know as much as you guys. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. This is her side of why my brother and I got taken and her records for Wisconsin. So she left that comment, and her, Candace, and Andrew, they're both adults now. And this is allegedly a Facebook DM that Candace sent her daughter Candace. And she said, well, I was with someone that I thought loved me and wanted a family, but I was wrong and I have no excuse, but I was only 19 and he was 42. He was into drugs and I didn't know what they were at the time. So I tried it and didn't like it. And I told him I didn't. And he kept telling me if I didn't do them with him, he would take you and your brother away from me. But he was very controlling person. If I didn't do something right or his way, he berated on me. I tried to leave with y'all, but we live a long way out of town and I could never get out. Then the courts got involved and I was given a choice, either let you guys go to a family or they were going to take you. So I signed you over so you could have a better life and a chance to be better than I was. Now, this is when things start getting a little bit weird. And if y'all have been following this case, you probably know all about this.
Okay, listen. As you can see, Candice has been making excuses, and she even told her daughter this bull crap, that it wasn't her fault, she couldn't help it, and made it seem so innocent, right? A little boy, her son, got beat up so bad with a baseball bat that he had to be institutionalized, hospitalized. They were put in foster care. That little girl was only 6 months old. And she knew that you were abusive to them. You were abusive to your first children, Candice. You were abusive to them. You have abuse charges. So these people that want to say, oh, well, I don't think these parents, had anything to do. Well, maybe they didn't, but my God, Summer Wells is missing. Their little girl. They got past histories like this, backgrounds like this. Don Wells does too. And then their little girl goes missing, and then their boys are taken. They've had 8 children taken total. So it's really hard for me to believe, Candice, your stories. And but we're gonna go on from here. But she's full of it, and she made it sound like she had a choice. No, Candice, I'm surprised you weren't arrested with that man for the abuse done to your son, Andrew. Very, very sad. Okay, we're gonna go on. I'm getting upset.
Candice, whose mother's name is Candus, had a sister named Rose. And in 2009, she went missing. Just poof, disappeared.
August 21st, 2009, Rose Bly left her rural Polk County home to visit a cousin in nearby Cushing, Wisconsin. It was the last time her family ever saw her.
Very hard to deal with.
The sheriff's office interviewed Bly's mother in a short video distributed to followers on social media.
It's not a good feeling. It's just, I wish I knew where she was.
She was allegedly going to a bar from a friend's house that was just a couple minutes up the road, and she disappeared. And since 2009, she has not been found. So now you have Candice, who had a sister that was abducted, taken, missing, whatever, went missing in 2009, has never been found. And now you have Candice's daughter, who has also gone missing, and it's been over 2 months, and she has not been found. And that's very weird. And the odds of that
2 months. Well, it's been
almost non-existent.
over 2 years now, Christina.
Her sister Rose has
crazy,
never been
right?
found. Candice would later be in Arkansas when she met Dawn, who is also older than her. So now you have the meeting of Candice Wells and Dawn Wells. And at this point, it seems like Candice has kind of had like a rough life. I mean, it started off rough from the beginning. Candice would then have her first child with Dawn, and then Dawn and her go and move on Dawn's mom's property. Now, Dawn's mom owned the 11 acres that they are living on now, and Dawn's mother was really sick. Dawn's mother had MRSA, and MRSA took over her complete system, and she passed away. Well, when she passed away, she left the property to Dawn, and that is how Dawn and Candice got all of this property, this 11 acres in which they live on to this day. At the time of Dawn's mother's passing, Candice was pregnant with her second son with Dawn. Now they would go on to have another child and then eventually end up with 4 children, 3 boys with Dawn and Candice, and then little Summer. Now, during this time, this has been quite a rocky relationship. I mean, Candice has pressed charges against Dawn for being physical with her, and then after he got out of jail, he went and talked to her, and for whatever reason, whatever he said to her, he convinced her to go and drop the charges, and she did drop the charges, and they got back together. Now, there's been a bunch of drama between them, fighting, different guys coming in the picture, and some physical stuff. There has been substance abuse, rumors, and confirmations. And really, in the beginning, I just felt bad for Candice. I mean, to me, she seemed like a woman who had obviously had a rough life, who's probably been in a string of relationships with abusive and controlling men, and she just didn't seem super street smart. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. She just seems a little bit backwoods, country, honky, which ain't nothing wrong with that. You can be street smart, book smart, all that, and be country and honky and all that. I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying that, that just real country, lives out in the, the 11-acre boondocks and, has everything that she is. And I just felt bad for her because I felt like she was probably being manipulated until I started seeing Candice playing some really strange games. So we know that on the day that Summer went missing, she went to the water hole. She picked up the 15-year-old little boy. That was her friend that she kind of took under her wing as her son. She says,
me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and
I can't go through this. I've seen it so many times. It, irritates me so bad. I'm sorry. It really does. But anyways, she's going to go through the call to Mary, right? Where Candice faked that Don was being arrested and she was crying and just, it was so much, she really put on a good show. So, right.
Hey, Mary. Hey. What's going on, Candice? They just took Donnie away. Who did? The police. They did? How come? I don't know. Someone told me to bring his life. But they...
Anyways, let's get past this a little bit. She played this game. You can watch this whole video if you want, but even that annoys me that she played this game when her little girl's missing, okay? So, hold on.
That was to Mary. So that was Dawn's stepsister, you know, the one that we saw in the second video. And listen to how upset she sounds. And she's saying different things. Like she even says that the cartel had got him. And Mary was so concerned because even though she knows her brother has done all this stuff that he did in the second video, y'all need to watch it if you haven't, she still loved him. He was her brother. And she was so worried and concerned. And just listen.
Oh, really? Wow, Candice, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, Candice. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, honey. I feel so bad for you. I wish I was there. I wish I could hold you, Candice. He's never been me the kid as long, ever. He's always been the grave.
All of that fake crying,
Listen.
The hyperventilating, the freaking out, the sounding like she is devastated and had Mary so upset. But the part that really concerned me is, first of all, how could she lie like that? Like for that crying, I mean, I understand doing a little...
Listen, I never heard her cry that bad and put up that emotion, that much emotion for Summer. Have you? Not really. I haven't seen it like that. And that was just faking it.
Joke, and maybe you're like, oh, you know, go pick up something and then there's something underneath it, you know, but like that extensive amount of time of crying and faking, that's the first thing that's weird to me. Like, how do you just cry on command like that and act so upset? Unless you need to for some reason. They would later, Dawn and her, come out and allegedly say it was just a prank. Your daughter is missing. Your 5-year-old daughter has been missing for 2 months. You have no idea where she's
Over
at.
2 years. Almost 3.
Who's got time to make pranks? Who's got time to get online and pretend like any kind of joke to try to stir some stuff up, some online drama when your child is missing?
That's right,
Who could think
sister.
of anything else other than your child when your child is gone? I know the things that I've been thinking about, Summer, is it dang near keeps me up at night, and she's not even my daughter. I know a lot of y'all are completely invested in the well-being of this little girl, and the mother is online with Dawn playing pranks where she's pretending to cry. It makes me wonder if all of the tears were fake from both of them. It makes you wonder.
Lies.
You know what it also makes me wonder is she was more upset in this prank pretending like her husband had went to jail than I've seen her be about her daughter being missing this whole time. I did want to add that different people deal with hard and troubling times in different ways.
No.
So just
Okay, so
because this all seems very strange.
I just want to talk to you about that for a minute. The thing is, how can you? People say, well, nobody can lie that long. Nobody's, Don and Candice aren't smart enough to lie that long. Are you kidding me? Have you seen the stuff they've done in the Summer Wells case? They are very manipulative, okay? Very. And so the thing is, I'm just amazed too that Candice could put on such a show And so that's why I am calling you a liar. And I'm calling you out, Candice, because not only did you lie then, but I believe you lied about everything in this, and so is Don. But, and then I just want you to see a couple more things, and I'll get off of here. But I don't like to take up your guys' time. I'm trying not to make this video long, but I really need you to hear this. And we're going to talk about it. And sorry, I just belched. You know, I heard my video and my couch squeaks all the time, and I'm sitting here wondering if people think I'm farting, and I'm not. So, okay. Just so you know. Besides, I would say, excuse me. And I always pre-warn people if I have gas. I just say, oh no. So, I give like a warning. But yeah, it sounds like that in my video. Okay, so hold on. I'm almost there. I know it's taken forever to get there. Okay. So,
Mount is transforming TV advertising by focusing on performance, and we've got an amazing team of people to do it, like...
Okay, so this is Bed Crime Stories, and this was a year ago. So she goes through some things. I don't really, know about the stuff, those rumors or whatever was the stuff she talked about in here, okay? But what I want to talk about is the end part of this video, and I got to get to it. So, hold on here. Under fair use, I just need a little part of this video.
Much. That's not like you. Let's chat, Fred. I've got lots.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm not there.
Need to repeat that for the folks in the back.
Okay, so she's going to talk about a letter that Piper, CSI Investigations, whatever, it's a creator on YouTube who sent a letter or wrote a letter to Fred Hill and asked some questions. And, this really got to me, you guys. And, I've suspected stuff. I don't know. What if he's trying to distract everybody away from himself? Why would the cops keep bother him? But listen to this, okay?
Very disturbing and very graphic.
Hold on.
She tried to run away, and something bad.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, all this information has allegedly been shared with the TBI. The lady describes what happened to Summer, but it's very disturbing and very graphic. I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to listen to it. And all I can say is that I really hope that it's not true, because it would be just a horrible, horrific ending, and not something that I would want to think about Summer going through. The third update I want to share with you is a post that was made by Piper of CSI Crowdsourced Illuminations. It is a letter that she wrote to Fred Hill. Now, if you don't know Piper, let me give you some info. She is someone who doesn't consider herself a YouTuber. She is a researcher. She is very much fact-based. She's into digging up the truth. So I very much put a lot of weight into what she says. Let me read the letter that she wrote to Fred Hill. Dear Fred Hill, I'm not saying at all you've done something to Summer. Allow me to repeat that for the folks in the back. I am not accusing Fred or anyone else. But I've got some questions. Is it true The dogs hit on your car twice. Did the law explain why that happened? Was it an error on the dog's parts? Is that why you've been visited and questioned so frequently by the law regarding Summer? Why did you used to run in the woods, listening to your neighbors and spying on them? You were caught red-handed, so don't even try to deny it. It won't end well. Did you do the same to the Wells? Summer? Why are you lying about seeing Andy on 6/15 when it can so easily be disproven? Wrong day or something else? Why are you talking about incest as if it disgusts you? Isn't your old lady one of the whites from West Virginia? Why are you talking so much? That's not like you. Let's chat, Fred. I've got lots of questions. I do wonder, what's your motivation? Again, this is from Piper of CSI Crowdsourced Illuminations. When she's talking about Fred Hill, she's talking about the man who lives in Beech Creek. And this is the guy who, when somebody trespassed into his driveway, he pulled a gun out and shot the man in the throat. He's also the man that Ziggy interviewed in the holler, and he took her to a burn pile where there were some bones, and it was as if he was trying to point out that these may be Summer's bones, and Ziggy was sort of taken aback. However, Ziggy swears, by the way, those were animal bones. Ziggy swears that Fred Hill is a great guy. He's been really nice to her. So she sort of portrays a different Fred Hill than we're getting from, the story about him shooting a man in the throat, which was in the news. It really did happen. Anyway, I want to know more about this, and I want to hear Piper interview Fred. It would be wonderful. So I'm going to end it there. That's my update. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. For all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. We love you, and you make such a difference in our lives. Until the next time on Bed Crime Stories.
Okay. So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, to me, Fred Hill, this is weird. Why did the scent end there? Why did he want to show Ziggy these bones? Why does he want to tell her all these things? Why all these people, there's people out searching, Ryan finds truth is out there, and he's listening to Reverend Serafina and to Fred Hill. But, it's okay. I'm not judging for that. What I'm saying is Fred Hill seems very suspicious, I mean, think about it. And it just is weird that, yeah, he comes off very sweet and loving, but they're making him do lie detector tests and stuff, so I don't even know. We don't really even know the whole story with Fred Hill. And, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but he seems to say he knows a lot about Summer Wells, don't he? Like he knows cotton, and he knows this happened, and he knows that happened, and, he seems to know quite a bit of detail about Summer Wells' case, so he could very well be suspicious, you guys. I don't know. I can't accuse anybody of anything. But, there's really only 2 suspects on my list besides Don and Candice, and that is Jackie D. And that could be Fred Hill, too, because it's craziness to me. And Piper brought up a lot of good points with her letter. So, I just found that very interesting. And I find that, Candice and Don have been lying from day one, so I really don't know what's going on, you guys, but, could Summer have been in one of them junk cars that Fred Hill took out of there? I mean, he was out hauling junk that day. Could he have taken her to the junkyard? Could she have been in a trunk or, down under some junk, a pile of junk? I mean, it's just really strange that he just has all the detail, and he says he was wearing a wire. I'm not saying nothing against Ziggy, but I do think that Fred likes Ziggy, and he's getting attention from being on YouTube, see? And so, and maybe even money, and it's just really strange. Just him being Fred Hill is strange, you guys. And so I really don't know about that. And some people have made a point about those pictures that supposedly Cher and Justin have seen of Summer that didn't seem appropriate. I don't think you should be sharing them with each other. And, some people made a really great point in their videos that why did it have to come to YouTube? I mean, couldn't you just say, we found some pictures, they weren't very good, but we sent them into TBI and that's all. But we had to hear this whole thing about them. And I guess if you guys, if they felt uncomfortable about these pictures, but I don't know. It could mean absolutely nothing. Nothing could happen from this, so we don't know. In the meanwhile, look at my dog. He does this continuously, tears up stuff. He's rolling around, ripping things to shreds. He's a little stinker. Aren't you, Charlie? You're a little stinky boy. Yeah. Making a mess in my living room. He's very cute, though. I love him. Yeah. He's a good boy. But, yeah, you guys. I don't know about these pictures. I just want to say this. I'm not in this club or the clique, YouTube club clique, in this crime stuff. I'm not in their club, I guess. I don't think I am. And it's okay, I'm not really caring that I'm not in their clique. Because listen, please don't take this wrong, or I just don't really comment a lot on people's videos. I don't do a lot of lives. I don't get to come to do a lot of lives, where I hear people. But I do try to be supportive, and I do watch videos, and I do make comments if I can. And I might not do it that much like a lot of people are in the live, so, they're close to these people, but, I don't know. Excuse me. It just seems like weirdness. Of course, I would want, be helpful to anybody in the Summer Wells case because I care about her, and I've been trying to put information out about her for 2 years now. Over 2 years. I've been trying to keep her face out there, her name out there. And some of these creators do a great job. And they get info that, it's just not everything's verifiable. Not everything's the truth. You know what I mean? So, always be discerning when you're thinking about these things. I just find it really strange, and I wanted to say to Candus, you lied from day one, from the 911 call. You said that Summer had only been gone 10 minutes. That was a lie, Candus. And why would you say that? Or Don, whichever one of you said it. Why would you say that? When you knew she was gone and you were out searching for her, supposedly running up and down the road, on the phone with Don for so long, blah, 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 searching. So you lied, and I believe you probably did go for a walk somewhere, and I like to know where Summer is. And, just after remembering what happened with your other daughter and your son. And I know that supposedly the dad beat him up, but your daughter said that you were charged for being abusive and neglectful. So, I really do believe that you have a temper, Candice, and you could have exploded it up at Summer and did something to her. You guys could be, low lifes. You could have been having people coming over to your house and abusing Summer. You could have, I don't think you would have sold her because you guys don't have any dang money. You're a bunch of broke, drug using, alcohol using people. But what really bugged me was when I heard about supposedly Don and Candice. They completed everything that the judge ordered them to do and blah, blah, blah. Well, they didn't go to rehab, and we know that. And they didn't get cleaned up from their alcohol and drug use. And we know they tested positive for drugs. And that's a pretty serious thing when you have children and you're doing drugs around them. So if they, like they said, tested dirty for drugs like meth or cocaine or anything like that, you'll lose your kids. And then on top of it all, everything, what are you doing sticking your nose in the wood box and getting wood on it? But you can't be doing that stuff, so I highly doubt it. And you know what else? When Don built those stairs to the basement, he didn't put a railing on them. It's a ladder dropping down. That is not safe. And, big deal. I don't think the bedrooms look great or nothing. But supposedly they followed the judge's orders. Well, they didn't follow the judge's. Well, I don't know if they had orders to stay off YouTube, but I thought that they did. And I thought there was a gag order against them. And I really did. I thought there was a gag order against them. But they've been drunk and acting like fools on YouTube. Don took a crap on live with, I believe it was Doug. And, yeah. And Candice was stoned, and he was stoned out of his mind. And they're playing games, doing prank phone calls, just being crazy people. And so I really highly doubt that they would get their kids back. But I'll tell you what, if they were to get their kids back, oh dear God, we better start praying because they'd be in danger, and we know that. I'm sorry, it's the truth. All the different people that they had in that house, different people that said there was different people in that house. I mean, there was registered SOs coming in and out of that house and staying on that property and partying with them. So, and her own uncle, Candice's own uncle, is a terrible, violent predator who committed violent crimes against children. So this runs deep into the family, these kind of predator behaviors on both sides. And, yeah, I believe that we will find out what happened to Summer, but, I don't know why it's taken so long, but I do believe, you guys, as far as the phones and stuff goes, I believe that they probably didn't get all the phones and stuff, but they did get a lot of digital evidence because Leslie Earhart said on TBI that they collected all the parents. They got all these phones and laptops, computers that they all digital evidence. So, and you know, you guys, I was just thinking about something today. It could be that Jody Sue heard a scream at the time that maybe Jackie D could have abducted Summer and she could have heard that. But why is it that the police keep saying that it's not, doesn't have to do with this case? So they must know something about this case that they would say that it has nothing to do. So I just found that very strange that they would say that it don't have nothing to do with this case. So I don't know, you guys, but I do know that there's a reason why he's not. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know, you guys. I just find these parents, to not be truthful. I don't know about any photos, if that's going to do anything. We can't be sure who is the suspect. I believe Don and Candus are, for the most part. But, you know, we got, like, Fred over there acting suspicious. Jackie was there. All these things. So, you know, we're going to keep plugging away at it until we figure it out. And if we don't figure it out, well, the police will figure it out eventually. And eventually they'll make an arrest. Do you guys know, and I didn't realize this because I watched the interview of John Benet's parents. Her father said that the grand jury indicted them for what happened, for the death of John Benet. But the police never arrested them. And so when you have a lot of money, you can stay out of trouble, obviously, because if a grand jury indicts you, they found enough to believe that you did something, that they did something to their daughter. But, you know, some cases don't get any justice at all. And you give me my slipper right now. He's got my slipper. Give me it. You give me that. Give me it. Okay. No, that's mine. And you know it. But yeah, that's crazy, right? And you would want justice for John Benet Ramsey like I do. But we're not getting any justice here. And I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe we should just bother like Nancy Grace. We should bother, what's some of the other channels that do like John Walsh or whoever, different missing kids, 48 hours. Somebody's got to cover this case and say, what's going on? You know, because when the media gets involved and there's attention brought to Summer Wells, to anybody's case, what happens is the police feel pressure to move on the case. So I feel like the media in an outcry needs to come out about it. So, and we need to raise our voices and change laws if we really care about missing kids. We, you know, like I said, Donald Smith, he's asking for a new trial after what he did to that little girl. Said he got unfair representation. Well, maybe so, but he's on camera and he did this to this little girl. And so he needs to face the penalty for what he did to her. And so to Cherish Periwinkle, and he did horrible things to her after he kidnapped her out of the Walmarts right under her mother's nose, you know. And he arred her, I can't say the word, and he sodomized her, and I don't know if I can say that word, but it didn't take him very long, and he dumped her body at a church, behind a church, and then it didn't take him many hours to get caught because, of course, he was seen on camera at Walmart. But I wish we could get more, see if there was more camera footage of that day. If any other cameras seen Don and Candice or seen anybody else. And you know what I found was weird too? I was looking through videos and, they were looking for a red truck, but it's so weird that Jackie D, he had, I believe he's got a little red truck. So I'm not sure. I'll have to go look at that again. But, they said they seen one in the area, so it makes me wonder, a Toyota, they said. I don't know. But I'll look into that further. But I don't know, you guys. Isn't it sad that Candice and Don have been lying since day one? And if they're not guilty, why lie? You know what I mean? Why lie about a bunch of different things, changing their stories? And that's the thing. First, Candice said that Summer was in the basement playing with her toys, right? And the boys supposedly seen her go down into the basement to play with her toys. But the thing of it is, well, then how did they say Summer was seen outside of her house? How is it that they say, how can you say she was lured off of the property and at the same time say she was in the basement? So which one is it? Was she lured off the property? Did she go by her swing and get lured off, Candice? Or was she in the basement? Which one was it? Because, that's what you were saying. And that's what Don was saying, that she was lured from the basement and it was unlocked. That was your original story. So if it's your story, you better stick to it, right? But anyways, you guys, I just found a couple things interesting today. It's daytime and it's quiet here. My hubby he went to help my son a little bit. Not really. He helps him by giving him directions, and showing him how to do things, because my husband's got a terrible back and he can't really do a whole lot anymore. And but he knows how to do all this woodworking stuff. So he's showing my son how to do it. And what are you doing? Give me my slipper now. Right now. Oh, he is a little brat, I'm telling you. I'm just give him this back if he doesn't knock it off.
Our new Hydroxycut Hardcore Ultra Shred Drink Sticks.
Try to get out of this crap. Okay. I cannot believe you ripped up my slipper like that. That is not nice. He's already destroyed it. You little rotten bastard. Sorry for the swearing. But man, I can't believe him. Look at him. It's just tearing the crap. I just vacuumed today, so yeah, he's doing that. But anyways, you guys, I hope you have a great weekend, but think about some of this stuff, okay? And let me know in the comments what you think. And I like your thoughts. Hit that like button so this goes out, like the algorithm. It makes the algorithm so it goes out there more. And that's how people see my videos. So please help me by doing that. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love for you to be here. And no, I'm not a great video person, but I do like to talk about true crime. And one of these days I'll go live so I can talk to all of you, because I love all my subscribers, my viewers. So thank you for being here. You guys have fun this weekend. Be safe. Do not drink and drive. Do not do drugs and drive. Be kind to your family. It's kind of nice right now outside. I appreciate it not being sub-zero below temperatures. Oh, I wanted to say one last thing. I don't know about Stacey Wondra. I've never really got into him or any of those things. But I did not appreciate Brooks keeping him outside in the freezing temp below zero cold. And he was sicker than a dog. And he's coughing. And, she just kept asking him questions. Brooks, what were you doing? I was worried about him that he might get pneumonia. Now listen, I don't know if any of them did something to Michael Vaughn. I do think it's strange that a lot of these YouTube creators, they will just attack and they will go on and on about Don and Candus being guilty, but they will not even consider that Michael Vaughn's parents could have anything to do with this. And I don't understand that, because it's usually somebody that's closest to the family, or someone in the family that does stuff like this. It's not usually a stranger. So, and I'm not accusing anybody either. So don't go off the deep end and say that I am. I'm saying that in every case, you should look at all the possibilities and all the suspicions around people, not just say, wow, oh, no, they seem nice, they seem good, so then I like them. And some of my favorite people support them, so I'll support them. And that's not good. You need to keep an open mind about who could have did something to Michael Vaughn. I'm going to try to see if you can get this woodpecker. Did you see him? I don't know. He's pretty big and he tries to climb up there. But anyways, you guys, I don't know. I hope they find Michael Vaughn too. And I hope he gets justice, because it's pretty sad. It upsets me. I love him just as much as I love Summer Wells and all the little missing kids and missing people. I want justice for Suzanne Morphew. And one of these days, I'm going to do a video on the West Memphis 3. Because I don't think they got justice either. So, I still can't believe my dog ruined my slipper. Dang it. Anyways, I liked him too. So, what a brat. Okay, you guys, have fun. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Keep all these kids in your prayers. Okay, thanks for being here. Bye.